Well, welcome back. And I'm too scared to put this chart up. I can remember many years ago, I showed this chart and I showed this head and shoulder formation. And me and Julieta could never even imagine that it will play out. Now, this is the chart of Sasol. That's why I'm so scared to put it up. Because what do I see? I see again a head and shoulder formation. And what do I see here? Let's have a look. There's the left shoulder. This is a weekly chart, of course. There's the beautiful head, right? Well, and there's your right shoulder. So I really hope that I'm wrong once again. And I hope that the chart doesn't play out, because where is the neckline? The neckline sits at 270 on the dot. At 270, this neckline will turn into a resistance, and then this head and shoulder formation can come into play. Where can it take the share to? There you are. Let's first do the full target. That I'm once again saying that I hope that I am completely wrong. The full target, if it plays out, can you believe it, will be 112 Rand and 57 cents. Let's make it 113 Rand. And on the other hand, there's the right shoulder. If it plays out, where can it take to? The conservative target will be, there you are, will be 220 Rand and 61 cents. Let's hope that if it does play out, that it only gets there, because I know there's a lot of investors that's got Sasol in their portfolio and they're keen on the share and they love it. There's one thing about commodity shares, and we've chatted about it many a time. When the 40-week moving average like this is a weekly chart, of course. When a 40-week moving average changes into a support, usually you get these beautiful long moves to the upside. But when it starts to consolidate below the 40-week moving average, you can maybe see an extended period of selling before it ticks higher. So be careful. Sasol is one of the commodity companies that is really a top company and everybody loves it, but I am just a little bit nervous on the chart. Let's have a look at nat gas. Now, this is definitely a speculative opportunity. I tweeted about it, and then one of my viewers or my subscribers said, but Frans, please analyze it for me. And I just want to show you what can happen to a chart. Now look at this. I mean, this is nat gas. Can you remember that the biggest suppliers in the world of gas is Russia? And they used that pipeline through Ukraine into Europe. But then things turned awkward. And the Russians didn't want to supply the Europe region anymore. And then you saw this spike. Let's say from January last year at $3.62, it went up almost in a straight line to $8.70, came back for this 40-week moving average at $5.60, and now it's going right up to the top to 9.3. But from there, look what is happening. You've seen a waterfall formation. There you are. Straight down, little bit of a bounce, and an ugly sell-off till where we are now. Now let's just have a look here. And I want to move over to the candlesticks. Well, look at this weekly chart. To give you an idea, there is not even a buyer around, because this little candle, if it carries on, it will probably be a harami candle. Now, a harami candle, you usually find in the middle, either or the bottom or the top end of a bullish candle or a bearish candle. Like there was a harami candle right at the bottom of that bearish engulfing candle, but then it turned out to be a beautiful rally. So let's have a look here. If you look at this chart, it's still no turnaround yet. And look at the 40-week moving average. It's way above. That 40-week moving average sits at $6.40. Now, what happened in the meantime is that Europe found some other suppliers of gas. And that is why they are buying from them now. And the nat gas price is under huge pressure. And the reason why it's under pressure is because Russia is now sitting with this massive lots of gas and nobody wants to buy it. So it just shows you the world are serious to boycott a country if things turns around to be ugly. And look what happened. I mean, it fell in a straight line. Let's have a look at the daily chart, because I think that's maybe where the buying opportunity will come from. First of all, this is the daily chart. But look at the sell-off. Can you believe that? I mean, from a $6.70 all the way down to $2.50. I mean, it's a serious sell-off. But look at that. Right at the bottom, there's that tiny little bullish candle there at the bottom. If you zoom it out a little bit, you will see that this tiny little candle is a bullish engulfing candle. And why do I want to show you that? Is that there's the bearish candle, that is a beautiful belt hold line candle. This candle, if you take from there to there, it's more than 60%. So this bullish candle took up more than 60% of the previous bearish candle's body there. So if you look at that, that is positive. But where will it give us a buying opportunity? Let's have a look here. Only above, I just want to draw in that line there. That is the top of that candle. Let's just draw it in so that you can see. The top of that candle is sitting at 2.57 and it's trading now at 2.52. Now that tells you if it breaks above 2.57, this bullish candle will be seen as a positive candle and maybe a turnaround. Remember, I'm talking about maybe a turnaround. Let's just take the moving average out there. So look at this sell-off. Waterfall formation deluxe. There you are. But usually what you find is with a waterfall formation, you get a V reversal. I just want to show you here. So if there is maybe an opportunity, I don't say it's going to be an opportunity. This chart, if it turns around here and if it goes above 257, you can maybe see a beautiful rally to the top. It's early days. But where's your stop loss? My stop loss will be the low of that candle. Let's show you. There's the bullish candle, the bullish engulfing candle. So my stop loss will be the low of that bearish candle, and that will be 2.42, 242. So if it breaks below 242, for me, it will be negative. So, well, if you've got the guts to buy, that's maybe one to buy is nat gas. I unfortunately don't think you can buy it in a ETF or something. I think there is an ETF, but I don't know you can just buy the instrument. You must either buy it on a derivative or an ETF. But, well, this is for the brave hearts. If this turns around, this chart can really surprise everybody. But oh dear, when it drops below 242, then things can really turn ugly. Well, let's have a look at Kumba. Well, Kumba Resources, top company. Somebody asked me about it to show the chart again. What do we see here? If you look at it, there's the rising wedge. I'm nervous about the rising wedge. Let's just do it a line chart. There you are. Remember, this is a weekly chart, of course. I just want to draw in that line again. There you are. On the weekly line chart, it actually gives us a ascending channel. And we are testing this support line here. If it breaks the support line, unfortunately, it can go a bit lower. There's the width of the channel. And what's the easy target of it? You just project it to the downside. And there's the level. If it breaks on a daily chart below 518.70, sorry, it's a daily chart, this 518.70, we can maybe see this chart plays out to this formation to take it down to 467.66. So I'm a little bit nervous. I will not buy it unless it bounces off here and goes back all the way up in this chart, 574.87. And I'm a little bit nervous on this chart. Why I'm nervous? Because it had a beautiful rally. It's got this nice slope to the upside. Everything looks rosy to me, but I hope it doesn't break this support line, because then this chart will turn into a negative for me. Let's have a look at Exxaro. Somebody asked about Exxaro. There's Exxaro. Daily chart. Well, this looks a little bit better. It's holding on. It is playing here between, there's a beautiful lever between 211 and of course 225. And what do we see here? With Sasol, we saw a head and shoulder. And with Exxaro, we are seeing an inverse head and shoulder. Now, an inverse head and shoulder, remember this is a daily chart, of course. An inverse head and shoulder is a positive formation. And there you are, there's the left shoulder, there's the head, there's the right shoulder, and if it breaks above the neckline sits at 222.60, and if it breaks above that, we can maybe see the chart go. Let's quickly do that because our time is starting to run out here. Let's just do that, go that way, all the way to the top. It can play out to the full at 243, and I mean the conservative target. Let's do that quickly. I hope Exxaro gives us this little bit of a rally. That will be nice because it's consolidating now for a while. Then it can go to 232.14. Where's my stop loss? If you buy at that neckline, use 211.70 as your stop loss, and your two targets are there. So the only thing that worries me is, look at it, it had previously also head and shoulders here. If I draw that line quickly in because our time is out, it gave us a rally but then failed again. So let's hope this time it works out. Well, thank you for watching the show. www.fransklerk.com is the place where you can find all our details, and we will chat again.